What is going on, everyone? It is Mark here with another video, and yes, this looks a little bit different than what you guys are probably familiar with, but there's a reason. So one, if you hear a little bit of echo, I'm in a much bigger room. I'm kind of using this as a little bit of a test video to see, one, how this couch looks like on camera, two, the background, three, this room, four, the echo. So this is kind of a little bit of a test video, but with, you know, some real content here. So let me know what you guys think of this new space. Just let me know what you think of this video quality wise in general. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. So recently there's been a lot of news on social media, on various outlets about new smartphones emerging into the market. So I figured I would make a video touching on that and kind of address that specifically into the Apple ecosystem and kind of what I would expect from the next iPhone, the iPhone 11, for lack of better words. This is going to be kind of a wish list, just kind of general things that I have to say about the iPhone 10 and what needs to be improved for me to even contemplate purchasing the next one. So that's what this video is about. Like many of you know, I use the iPhone 10 on a day-to-day basis. This is the phone that's in my pocket at all times. This is the phone that I love. There's a reason I'm with it. There's a reason I'm not with the other guys. And you guys know that I'm very, very happy with this device. There are a few quirks that I think that Apple can address and make the user interface a lot better, but we'll get into that in just a second. So what do I expect from the iPhone 11? I think that there's going to be two sizes. One is similar to the iPhone 10 and kind of like an iPhone 10 Plus or 11 Plus with the edge-to-edge display with the notch. I expect Apple to kind of reduce that notch size just a little, and I expect Face ID to be a lot quicker. By no means is it slow, but it is significantly slower than a fingerprint reader. That is the only kind of quirk that I have with Face ID. In terms of accuracy, I find that Face ID works very well for me, even with sunglasses, even when I'm kind of groggy in the morning getting out of bed. It works 99.8% of the time that I try to use it. There are some times where I know it's not going to work, so I don't even try. I just type in my PIN right away. If I'm working at a desk and it's off to the side a little bit, I know it's not going to work. But realistically, you know, fingerprint sensors went to the back. That wouldn't have helped either way. You gotta pick your battles. And one thing that I found that Apple really could have kind of helped with this no home button situation is the multitasking and quitting application. There's an additional step where you have to swipe, hold in the middle, and then press and hold the app to kind of allow it to close. I think they could skip one of those steps and make it much more fluid. Similarly, you know, you double click on a home button and then right away you're swiping and closing apps. I think Apple could kind of implement that into the gesture where you just swipe and hold and then right away you're able to quit applications. Another thing that I kind of expect Apple or would like Apple to do is somehow try to figure out how to make it a less fragile and less slippery phone. I know it has glass back and there's not much you can do about it if you want that wireless charging. I know there's a lot to wish for, but then again, it's called a wish list for a reason. But in general, what I think is happening in the smartphone world, the kind of smartphone market, the difference between something like an iPhone 10, a $1,000 phone, and a phone that's in and around the $500 range is getting so minute that those features don't really make it any smarter of a device. It just becomes these cool little bells and whistles that you have that really don't kind of add to the experience of a smartphone. They're cool, like Face ID is cool, but you know, fingerprint sensor was just fine. That bezel-less kind of display is getting down into a little bit cheaper phones. So I feel like something has to happen with iPhone and even the high-end Samsungs, the Google Pixels, where it has to differentiate a little bit more. But in terms of development, that gap is getting smaller and smaller. So a lot less people are going to be opting into getting the $1,000 phones when a $500 phone does 99% of what this can do. Anyways, so that's kind of my 2 cents into this whole smartphone thing. I hope you guys like this video. Do you agree with me that, you know, the iPhone 11 doesn't have much room to grow? They're really honestly plateauing. Like what can Apple do to make this phone better? Give it a new processor, more RAM, a brighter display. Honestly, it's getting to the point where it is honestly plateauing. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the description. If you guys like this video, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button down below. And for additional brownie points, please follow me on all my social media. Links can be found down in the description. But for now, thank you, and I will see you on the next one. And please let me know what this whole thing looks like for you guys, what it sounds like. This is kind of, again, a test shoot to see if this environment kind of works, if this couch looks good, if the background's okay. Let me know down in the description. And again, I do ask you, if you guys are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Or if you are already subscribed, feel free to hit that bell button. That really helps the channel grow, and that kind of lets me make better videos and more interesting stuff on the channel. Like I said before, thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.